From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set. 10 Lobo. Watch the pass. Shift, X3. 218. Let's go.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Come on, set. 60 or.
On first down, Hamlet. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Back 25. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw again on second down, Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run. Big gap.
And they will run it with Michel. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Yeah. Hey, echo. 52's the mark, boy. 52. Watch the slant. You're out. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Hamlin trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, A well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. If you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. You ready? Mike 50, huh?
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
54, Steph.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
39.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Focus, defense, focus.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, this one brought in by Aiken. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ryan in the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Check 3, check 3.
Mike 51. I got one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
21.
To throw is Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
That's a sack. Come on,
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
21. Patriots 14.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Check. 52. Watch 52.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Can't you stop? Yep. Go.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Check. Look at me. Zipper. Buzz.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Wahoo!
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm here all day.
Check 9.
Check 24.
Yeah.
Looking to throw. Hamlin. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He's crazy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got to step it up.
Now it's Ryan. To Michelle on the screen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, South.
51, Mike.
Again, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 4. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Ready to break.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, man.
On 1st and 10, Hamlet. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hamlet. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Patriots' 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
On first down, Ryan. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
20. Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go.
51. 47. Get up.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the flag.
Throwing again. Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series. whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go, smooth.
Operating from the gun. Hamlin flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Hamlin. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Hey, express, express.
Hey, exit.
Check.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Here it comes.
Check.
Mike 52.
Let's go.
Second and 5 now. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go.
From the gun, Ryan. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Down. 18 Gator.
47. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Fight.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Ready. Line 25.
Hey, watch the slant.
Check.
On second and 11 now. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Hamlet. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Hamlet. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Running
right, this is Freeman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ready? 50, plant.
51 to Mike.
I smell fear now.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
At the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ricky. Got it.
Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Check.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10. They're on the 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now. Hey, Zoo. Let go.
On first down, Hamlet. This is the tight end Fant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit,
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard.
Got you. 61. Matchbox lights.
Check 31.
Yo, go, go.
Hey, Mike 51.
Second down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Switch.
Hey, Sam on. Get ready.
From the gun, Hamlet. He's got his tight end Fant. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator.
Double dog. That's the way.
81. Go.
On second down, it's Lindsey. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Another run by Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Hamlet. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here's Muhammad. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hey, bye-bye.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Let's go, get set.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go.
On the counter, Lindsey. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. On 3rd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. That'll be caught by Cobb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Ryan. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blown.